What's up, YouTube? I know y'all ain't seen me in a while. I've really just been working on myself, preparing for this move. And let me tell y'all where I'm moving to. So I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm coming from Baltimore. I'm moving on March the 13th. And I'm doing this because I really don't like Baltimore. Um, I feel like it's a mix. Some people say they love it, some people say they hate it, but for me, it's like it's been nothing but bad experiences, a lot of loneliness, and you know, just like I don't know, just a lot of bad times, a lot of dark moments that I didn't see that I went through alone, um, and I feel like I'm just ready to you know restart, reset my life, start over. But I am scared because I don't have a job, but I do have money saved up. I have a cool amount. Um, so I already booked the Airbnb. I booked the Greyhound, and I'm really moving because I just want to make friends, and I don't know. I just want to make more money too. Because like I told y'all, most of my videos have been on this channel about me getting fired, and most of the stuff I got fired for have been like really dumb, really petty. And sometimes I really do think it's your area. Like I was on Reddit and I was just looking up, because you know how when you about to move, make a big decision, you want to make sure you're not tripping. And I was looking up people who moved to no state with no job. I remember some people said they had like 500, only $1,000, and it was the best decision of their life. Like they got married, they ended up starting like they ended up like getting like good jobs, good careers, and just stuff like that. So I'm hoping it will be my story. Sometimes I think I am a little nervous because a part of me is like, what if I don't even want to say it because like I don't want to speak it into existence, but part of me is like, what if I RO or have to come back? To be honest, I don't even think I would have it in me to come back to Baltimore. Like, even if things didn't like, I mean, I'm staying with roommates though. Like, I'm gonna really stay to roommates to the point where I'm gonna stay with roommates until I'm making like $5,000 a month, or just like keep staying in sublets, cause like Baltimore, you really be seeing the craziest things. It's something that I saw yesterday, but I'm gonna use code words. So I was just waiting for the Morgan State bus, right? And because I was, I go to college every Friday just to play the game. I'm not in college, and there was this guy in the middle of the street. It was like a random, like just random, and he really said out of his mouth, people be D watching, and people only care about if you have a big D or a small D, and he was like, of course, and it needs to work, dumb SSA, and he was just like, and then when we were done, and then he walked over to the street, and he was like, what were we talking about, guys and girls? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just be like, what the hell? Like, it just be some of the craziest stuff. So even if, like, that's why I'm really about to try to, like, I mean, I got money saved up. Hopefully I can find, like, a job. I mean, I don't, like, I have at least, I'll say I have a good 2 years of money saved up. Because when I was in Baltimore, since I didn't have any friends, and, I was going through depression. So, when you're going through a depressive phase, everything is boring to you. So there was, like, I think before I got fired and couldn't find another job, I think from like 19 to maybe 2021, I was working like every day. Like sometimes I would be working all day because that was the only time I really felt like, I wouldn't say like it didn't cure. That was the only time I really felt like I was in kind of like, I don't know, like I kind of was, I don't know, I was just in a very dark place. Like, so when I was at work, it kind of, I don't want to say it kind of like distracted me, but it kind of, what is what I'm looking for? It kind of made me feel like, kind of gave me a sense of like purpose, I guess, or because there was this one job too I was working. I was working with kids at one time. So I was working at Chipotle, and then I had a job where I was working with kids, and working with kids was fun as hell. So I kept that job, and then I had Chipotle, and Chipotle was just, I don't know, like it was just something about serving the bowls. And sometimes you would have like little talks with people, like, Chipotle wasn't like all bad. I don't know if I told y'all about Chipotle, and it was kind of like interesting, right? It was kind of entertaining because, if I didn't have work, I was probably just gonna sit in the house all day, and you know, so yeah, like I said, I was working every day at one point, so I really like ran it up. Like that's why. I mean, even though I haven't been spending no money for the past 9 months, because it's been like 9 months since I had a job. Um, I haven't been tripping because I'm like, okay, and I live with my mom right now, so when you're with your parents, like you really don't pay for nothing. And for me to get around, I take the bus, but I look so young that I get on the bus for free. So it's very rare for me that I have to pay the bus. And if they do try to make me pay for the bus, dang, if they do try to make me pay for the bus, I just say, I'm a student and I ain't even know how to pay. Cause on the weekends you're really not supposed to ride the bus for free, but I guess the bus drivers don't be caring, or they just be tired of repeating themselves. So on the weekends they don't even make you pay. I mean, I only go to the grocery store, the rec, and the college, like I told y'all. So you know what I mean. Like I don't be having to take endless buses in the day, but you know what I mean. Like it's just still so. I really don't spend any money. Like sometimes my mom makes me pay rent, but like sometimes I'll do like chores for my mom or chores for my grandma, so they'll help me out. So, I really haven't had to take any money out of my savings. But my plan when I move to Atlanta, I really just want to find it because, like, I just know I really don't like working a job at the end of the day. I don't know, like, I just like my time and being able to make my own schedule and, like, especially customer service, it kind of is the hardest. But I'm gonna try to just find something till like November, because November is when I get my full license. But I was using ChatGPT and it said like if you move to Atlanta, because only got my provisionals right now, because Maryland has this thing. So with Maryland, you gotta have your permit, you gotta have your provisionals, and you gotta have like, then you get the full license. But for your provisionals to become the full license, you gotta wait like basically 2 years, a year and 6 months. But you know what I mean? That's like 2 years basically. So I only have my provisionals right now, but they say in Atlanta, I looked it up on ChatGPT. I might try to call. They say that if you're like a resident for long enough, if you're over 18, you can just turn your provisionals to a regular license. So if you can prove you're a resident, so low key, I might just find something cool for 2 months and get my license and just start doing DoorDash or Uber, because I don't know. I just like having a job is like a lot of work, and people be saying like Uber and DoorDash is a lot of work, but like having a job is a different kind of work. Like I remember, like when I was working like every day, back when I was at Chipotle, I did used to burn out sometimes, cause I remember, we had used to have to scrub like if it was a slow day, we did not get to just like sometimes we did, but like if the gym GM was there or if it was a manager who didn't play, sometimes we'd have to scrub the floors or we would get sent home early. You know what I mean? So that's like cutting into my money. Or what else we have to do? Like mop. I remember one time like they tried to do this thing where I think sometimes we had to mop the floor. That took a whole 30 minutes. Then we had to squeegee it. That took another 15 minutes. On top of that, you're already tired because you worked like 5 hours before that. So I don't know. Having a job will always just be like a lot of work. Like I remember even at Planet Fitness, like that job, it was cool before and then it's like with a job, I mean, it could be Baltimore, so I'm not gonna say like it might not be like that everywhere, because I truly do feel like my luck is not in Baltimore. And, maybe in other places, it might be easier working a job because the people you work with and serve might be easier to deal with. But I just know the jobs in Baltimore were very hard to work. And I would rather run up mileage on my car and, just drive around all day than deal with that. Like, I remember I had this one job one time. It was a grocery store, and it was like, because some days you have random chores. So my my closing chore was to clean the bathrooms, and normally it's cool, it's okay. Sometimes I really didn't scrub the toilets like that unless it was like, a little dirty. But it was this one day, it was like poop all over the seat. Like, y'all should have seen it. Like, it was just disgusting. And I told one of the coworkers, I was like, what should I do? Like, this is nasty. They was like, just tell the manager. Ask the manager if they can help you. So I asked the manager, and he was like, why do you need help? And he was like, just put on a glove and clean it. And the coworker was like, don't clean that. Do not clean that. She was like, just spray something on it to try to make it look like you cleaned it. Because she was like, the manager should help you. Like, they should have somebody else to deal with stuff like that or something. Like, it was just so trifling. So, I just left it there, So with DoorDash or Uber, you won't have to do that. But at the same time, and then DoorDash and Uber will always be around because people are always going to need somewhere to go. And with DoorDash, people are always going to want to get food, or Instacart, because everyone's going to need groceries. And jobs, it's not reliable. They can fire you or cut you the moment you make a mistake, or if it gets too populated, if they got too many people and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, so I don't know how the Atlanta bus is gonna work. I've been doing my research, and I don't think kids get to ride for free, so I might have to pay for the bus. So I don't know, but I'm hoping it won't be like that much like buses I gotta take to where I gotta go, because the only places I really go is, but then it's gonna be different because I'm gonna want to make friends, so I'm probably gonna have to go more. I'm probably gonna want to go out more, so I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna like go about doing that, because I don't know, but it's like, I know you're like, if you want to make friends, it wouldn't be easy to stay in Baltimore, but like I tried making friends down in Baltimore like over the past 5 years. I feel like I told y'all this before, but I feel like I've only been on the phone once. And I really ended up having to block the guy because he started being weird. And yeah, and then no, there was this other guy I got on the game with, but I guess you can say count that as a phone. And he was older than me. He was 27, I was 19, so I guess I should have known. And I don't know, he was weird too, so I never really talked to him again because, he was just weird. So yeah, and this was like 3 years ago, I think. But yeah, other than those two phone calls, like I really haven't been on the phone at all my time here. Like I haven't linked up with anyone, hung out with anyone really, you know, or if I did hang out with someone, I think I hung out with someone twice, got ghosted both times. So, I think it's just at this point, it's just easier to move to another city and start over, but that's going to come with its own thing. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. But I really only go to two places: the rec center and the grocery store, and back to the sublet. So I feel like I should be good with transportation. Like hopefully, I don't end up having to spend more than like $10 a week. But like, I'm really gonna feel that because like I really be taking like sometimes like, cause sometimes there be like, if the one bus is delayed or you realize you can get somewhere faster with another bus, sometimes I'll take like 7 or 8 buses in a day, maybe six. Now, like the average normal bus, I normally take like 4 buses in a day. But if it's like a day I gotta go to the grocery store or something, and then go to a place where I gotta get, I might take like 6 to 8 buses in a day. So that's like, that's like maybe $14 in a day. That's like $14 in it. Like, that is crazy. Excuse me, y'all. My bad. If you do the math, like if you go out every day, I mean, I don't do that like every day. Normally, I end up just taking like 4 buses. That's like the most I take in a day. So if you do the math, like 4 times 7, that's like $28 in a week. 28 times 7, that's like 6, 5. 2 times 7, that's like 14. That's like, I think that's like $100 in a month or something, just on transportation alone. So I don't know. I might just get a bus pass. They say like a bus pass in Atlanta is like $95, but I'm nervous. But at the same time, I'm excited because like I'm just ready to leave, start over, and just see what like this place has to offer me, and make friends, meet new people. But yeah, that's it for this video, and see y'all next time.